Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that might surprise you, the deadliest creature on Earth. It's not a lion, a shark, or even a human. It's the mosquito. This tiny insect has caused more deaths than all wars, famines, and natural disasters combined. But just how many people have died because of mosquitoes throughout human history? And why are they so deadly? Stick around, because the numbers are staggering, and the reasons are even more fascinating.
Let's start with the big question. How many deaths are we talking about? Estimating the total number of deaths caused by mosquitoes over human history is tricky. We don't have exact records from ancient times, but we can piece together a picture using what we know about mosquito-borne diseases like malaria, dengue, yellow fever, and Zika. Experts estimate that around 100 billion humans have lived on Earth. And here's the shocking part. Some researchers suggest that mosquito-borne diseases, especially malaria, may have caused 5 to 10% of all human deaths in history. That's potentially 5 billion deaths or more, just from mosquitoes.
5 billion is a number that's hard to wrap your head around. To put it in perspective, that's more than the entire global population today. But why do we think mosquitoes have been this deadly? Let's break it down. Mosquitoes don't kill directly. They're carriers, or vectors, for some of the worst diseases in history. The big one? Malaria. Caused by parasites spread through mosquito bites, malaria has been around for thousands of years. Ancient texts from Egypt, China, and India describe fevers and symptoms that match malaria. It's been a silent killer across civilizations.
Malaria alone is a massive killer. Today, it causes around 600,000 deaths annually, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa. But rewind to pre-modern times, when there were no anti-malarial drugs or mosquito nets. Entire communities could be wiped out by outbreaks. Other diseases like dengue, yellow fever, and more recently Zika have added to the toll. For example, yellow fever devastated cities in the Americas during the 18th and 19th centuries, killing tens of thousands in single epidemics. Dengue, known as breakbone fever for its brutal symptoms, still affects millions today.
So, why are mosquitoes so deadly? It comes down to a few key reasons. First, they're everywhere. Mosquitoes thrive in warm, wet environments, which means they've been a problem in almost every part of the world, from ancient Mesopotamia to modern-day tropics. Second, they're efficient disease carriers. When a mosquito bites an infected person, it picks up pathogens like viruses or parasites. Then it passes them to the next person it bites. It's like a flying syringe.
Third, mosquitoes breed like crazy. A single female can lay hundreds of eggs in just a tiny puddle of water. This makes them nearly impossible to eradicate. And here's the kicker, they've adapted to humans. As we built cities, created irrigation systems, and left out water containers, we gave mosquitoes perfect breeding grounds. Combine that with no vaccines for most of these diseases until recently, and you've got a recipe for disaster.
Throughout history, humans have tried to fight back. Ancient remedies like herbs or quinine from cinchona bark helped, but they weren't enough. In the 20th century, we developed insecticides like DDT and better treatments, which cut deaths significantly. But mosquitoes are resilient. They've developed resistance to many insecticides, and diseases like malaria are still a major problem in places like Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which account for over half of today's malaria deaths.
Today, we're fighting back smarter. Scientists are developing malaria vaccines like RTS-S, and even genetically modifying mosquitoes to reduce their populations. Bed nets treated with insecticides have saved millions of lives. But the battle isn't over. Climate change is expanding mosquito habitats, and diseases like dengue are spreading to new regions. The death toll, while lower than in the past, is still massive. Over 700,000 deaths every year.
So, where does that leave us? Mosquitoes have likely killed billions over human history, and they're still one of the biggest threats to global health. But we're not helpless. Simple actions like using bed nets, supporting research, and raising awareness can save lives. That's where you come in. Share this video to spread the word. Subscribe for more deep dives into topics that matter, and let me know in the comments. What's another tiny thing with a massive impact? I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell. Together, we can keep learning and make a difference.